Good evening, y'all. Welcome to Going First Christ Gang Media News. Welcome to Going First Christ Gang Media News. I'm your host, Brian Taylor Bridges. Welcome to Going First Christ Gang Media News. I'll come on in for a moment. Want to go on a little while ago. I was trying to go on, but everything was freezing. Even when I had to go in and try to reset everything and refresh everything. I couldn't even see the messages that were to me by my brother Drew Bean. I'm out there hollering at y'all. What's up, bro? I might have had them going to sleep anyway, man. I'm coming back straight back in, y'all. What's up, bro? Good evening, Carl. What's happening, man? Going back in. I was talking about soccer tonight, you all. Soccer. I said it, football. In other countries it's called football, you all. But in Indonesia, at the soccer match, you all, 125 people were killed. I said it, 125 people were killed, now making soccer the most deadliest sport in all the world, you all. I said the most deadliest sport in all the world. And I'm going to share a clip with you in just a moment. Copyright disclaimer under Title 17, USC Sections 107. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is permitted by the copyright statute and might otherwise be infringed. Non-profit, educational, and personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. It tips the balance in favor of fair use, you all. I don't know, man. Some of these people, they usually, they pretty much own these platforms, you all. So they get on here, make it freeze when they want to, make it play when they want to, and do all sorts of other things, you all. But I'm just happy to be on and coming on a brief moment just to share some update information with you all. When we was coming up as kids anyway, this one was for them, you all, so they can actually know what it's like down here in the South with football, which is actually called soccer, you all. Now, I didn't particularly play it coming up in school, but my little brother did, you all. And had I known it would be this fired up, I probably would have played too. I ain't lying. I probably would have played too. We had some fun playing kickball in school, dodgeball, and all them other games. So it was kind of cool, man. And down here in the South, particularly in Texas, man, the Hispanics running the soccer game down here. I said it, the Hispanics and Mexicans are absolutely running the soccer field. But yeah, man, we see soccer stadiums all over Southwest side here in Houston, Texas, you all. I said it, it's a pretty cool sport. And like I said, I did play a little bit when I was younger, but we thought it was just a funny sport and not much like football. But actually, you have to be in great shape to play soccer, you all, because these dudes run just as much as basketball. I said that they running back and forth, kicking each other and all kind of stuff, and don't happen to get kicked in the shin. I said that I've been kicked in the shin before trying to play some soccer ball and absolutely quit on the spot. I said that I quit right then. Man, I got kicked real hard, man. I really ain't like that and wanted to fight. I really would have messed up the whole game. I think more of a goalie is my type of style of play. More of a goalie. But like I said, man, my little brother played, and yeah, I absolutely had an amazing and fun time watching them play, you all. And I know a few other people that played as well too, man. So it happened to be a pretty cool sport down here in Texas. And like I say, man, the Hispanics, they at all our local parks pretty much having a fabulous time, a great time, you all. When they actually attend these soccer games, it's a good family gathering for them, to come together, pretty much how black people used to do back in the day when they used to get along and all them kind of things, you all, when we can actually go out and play ball with each other and play softball and so forth and so on. But like I said, man, I've actually pulled up on a couple of these soccer games and had a great time out there, you all. I said they had a pretty good time. But here in Indonesia, which one of our U.S. soccer teams they have to go play out here pretty soon. And a few other countries and teams have to go out, play out here, in which they absolutely banned the next game. I said that they banned the next game for fear that, that the fans would actually tear the place up. But in this case, you all, the home team had actually lost 2-3. The home team had lost. So they kind of rushed the field because they hadn't lost this particular game in like 23 to 25 years, you all. So when they actually ran down there, the police force made it even worse by spraying tear gas inside of a closed arena, you all. It particularly outside, if they was in the outside stadium, by law, it would have been okay to do this. But at this particular point, the police is surely held accountable, you all, because a lot of children died in this particular situation. And I believe CNN actually exaggerated the children's death because I seen it to be at a lower number on different other sites. I will take a brief moment and read half of the article. It's long. I did put it in the clip, and I will share the newspaper article, the clip video also. But like I said, man, this is absolutely crazy because we would think blood sport would be the number one deadliest, sport nowadays, or UFC or something of this nature, but it's actually soccer. I said it is actually soccer because ain't no telling what jump off at these soccer games, you all. These stadiums crash in, so forth and so on, because they are so excited at these games. And if they lose, man, they are tearing the house down. I mean, literally tearing it down, you all. Just besides what I'm saying about some kickball. Yeah, man, some hooligans straight up, man. But like I said, man, this was crazy. So I thought it'd be a cool one to kind of wrap up the evening with you all. So I'm going to read a brief clip of it and share the article. Actually, I can just share the article because I'm going to read a little bit so we can chill a little while. But it's very long. And then I'll play the article for you all. But I thought this was a pretty cool story. And maybe some other people may get on it later. I'm not sure, but I thought it was cool because, like I said, who would actually known? And over here in our country, for the people in Indonesia and China and so many other places, is absolutely a great family sport here. Soccer is a great, enjoyable sport. And like I said, you have to be in some pretty good shape to be running back and forth all day. This is one of the places and sports that we have not dominated yet as a black culture, you all. And like I said, it's a pretty cool sport. And like, had we known it would be this dangerous, you all, like I said, I might have jumped off in there because it seemed to be fired up at that stadium. But a very dangerous situation, might I say, you all. Just being facetious. But let me read a little bit. It said, Indonesian soccer fans answer over police deadly game, you all, because like I'm saying, I'm actually trying to say that the police made it worse, you all, because they said the home team was the majority of the fans, may have been 90% of the fans. Some people even saying all the fans, but they had a few fans that was actually, from the other team, you all, and they had won and hadn't actually won this game in, like I said, at least 20 years, 2 decades, you all. So it said, an Indonesian family buried their dead. Questions are being asked to how a soccer match attended only supporters of the home team descended into chaos, resulting in one of the sport's worst ever tragedies, y'all. It said at least 125 people were killed and more than 300 injured in the Kanjuruhan Stadium in Malang, East Javan on Saturday after an angry Arena Football Club fan ran out and pitched their team a 3-2 defeat over the rival Persebaya. Persebaya is the name of this team. Sabaya. You also, excuse me and bear with me a little bit. It said among the dead were 33 children, including one as young as 3 years old. An official with the Ministry of the Women's Empowerment and Child Protection said eight of the children who lost their lives were girls and 25 were boys. It said several more minors were hospitalized. The official said many of the kids were trampled on to death. They were actually trampled to death because, like I said, they was actually trying to get away from this tear gas, you all, and it made it a very hysterical situation. And like I said, you know, we in America, at least I do, I think the police were absolutely responsible for this situation, you all, because like I said, there were people with breathing problems and barely could breathe. They was trying to get out of there, and imagine being very hysterical trying to get out the situation, and though you may have asthma and in a closed situation where you can't do nothing but breathe this stuff. So anyway, to make a long story short, this caused them people to start jumping on the police. I said that they start beating the police up, you all, and two of the police officers on the scene happened to get killed, you all. They burned police cars, so forth and so on, you all. But rightfully so, because these people were absolutely afraid, and in a stampede, you all. They was actually stepping on people trying to get out of this place, you all. And it said pedestrian supporters from their neighboring cities of Sabaya had been barred from the stadium Saturday by organizers in efforts to prevent trouble between fans, rival fans, you all. Excuse me. It says survivor told CNN that the angry chants filled the air after Aroma lost, you all. It said its first Persebaya at home lost in 23 years. A fan ran onto and pitched and into a patch of security officers who fired tear gas in the crowd. Ryu, a friend of two teenagers killed in the mayhem, told CNN Indonesia his friend fled back into the stands after the police fired the tear gas, so he was afraid, you all. It said people kept panicking, and I didn't know why I was being beaten by the police. Now, this is a kid saying he didn't know why he was getting beat by the police. He said at one point, he said he didn't even know what was going on, you know, or why they was actually hitting him, because he hadn't done nothing. So the police sprayed tear gas. They ran out there and just started swinging on people as though they was actually doing something, as though they was actually breaking up the fight, you all, and this was not the case. So currently, Indonesia, the officials have had placed some of these officers on leave, you all, which would be in our country on leave, and they also under investigation. It said it hadn't gotten Antarctica, you all, excuse me. It said they started the attack officers. They damaged the car, said police chief inspectors Norco Afinta at the news conference Sunday. Additionals that 2 officers were among the dead, you all. So, like I said, man, this one it was pretty crazy. Let me go ahead on and share the clip with you all. So, because I'm a little fatigued, trying to get on here and get that to y'all head first anyway.
Killed after a riot broke out in the stands Authorities now investigating
but this one was crazy, y'all.
A soccer match in Indonesia. At least 125 people were killed after a riot broke out in the stands. Authorities now investigating why police fired tear gas into the crowds. Foreign correspondent James Longman has the details. Good morning, James.
Yeah, good morning, George. This is truly tragic, likely become one of the world's worst stadium disasters. At least 125 people, 17 of them children, have been killed after crowds rushed onto the field at this soccer match in Indonesia. Hundreds of others have been hurt after the home team lost to their main rivals. This was an overcrowded stadium on the island of Java. Now, all started when fans started to fight in the stands, and that spilled down onto the field. Riot police were deployed as a result, and you can see them here firing tear gas into the crowds. Panic spread, so thousands surged towards the exits. They were crushed or suffocated as they tried to get out. The doors remain bent outwards, and you can see here holes in the walls all around where people had tried to smash their way out. It just shows how desperate people were to escape. Now, all games have been suspended until the investigation is completed. But next year, the FIFA Under-20 World Cup is going to be played in Indonesia, and the United States is going to play. So there are big questions now for international teams who are heading to that country. TJ?
All right, James, thank you so much.
See, like I say, we have to go play there soon, you know. I'm not sure who all playing on our soccer team this year or had known in a while, you all. But like I said, man, I thought it was a pretty cool story, man. And, you know, my prayers and condolences go out to the victims, you all, because they were fans and they was actually going to enjoy the game. And you know, it's a sad situation, you all, because, you know, had we been in another country or had we even been in this country and something like that would have happened, had we sent our children to enjoy a soccer game. In most of these schools, these young kids in elementary, they are actually playing a lot of soccer, you all, and they are able to go on field trips and watch some of these soccer games, and have it been one of our children actually going to enjoy the game and what they would be seeming to be a soccer game, something enjoyable, and then they come out die. You know, we have to worry about them dying, man. There's just so much going on, man. That's why, you know, I encourage everybody to stay prayed up, man, because, you know, one day you're here, the next day you're gone. Like that old song. One day you're here, and then you're gone. So get your shine on. Yeah, y'all don't know nothing about that. But anyway, man, go out for the Christ game. Peace. Y'all have a good night. Have a blessed Monday. See y'all tomorrow, man. Peace. Say your prayers, and y'all don't let the bed bugs bite. Remember they say good night, and don't let the bed bug bite. One love, y'all. Peace. He said, "The boy don't play about that soccer." Yeah, man, I ain't playing, bro.